is morning where you are. It is morning where I am. Today is Thursday, May the 7th. This is MGO, and I am just making a quick little video to express a few thoughts and then also to um, provide information on an opportunity to potentially help a homeless family that has been featured on the Atlanta Street Interviews um, B-side channel a little over a month ago, and has also been featured on the Makeover Monday channel. The title of this live stream is I Miss the Old Street Sector and then Want to Help a Homeless Couple. And the reason why I'm saying I miss the old street sector is as someone who, for it's 2026 now. So for more than 3 years, probably about I'd say actually more than 4 years, as someone who regularly watched Soft White Underbelly, watched Hi Miss Wanda, how are you? Watched Atlanta Street Interviews, Real Right and Uncut in a number of channels. I was always interested in the lives of the interviewees, what was going on with them, and a lot of channels would discuss those topics. But there were also a lot of people, subscribers, sometimes content creators, whomever, that would also while discussing in the chats and or on panels would show ways to help. They'd say, "Hey, I know of a place that's hiring over here," or "Hey, if they were local, I can drop off some food or some clothing for that person," or "Hey, this organization over here gives sandwiches on Wednesdays," or "This shelter is open," or they'd send cash apps. Like it was a way, it was a multifaceted endeavor in which you could with other people, have fun, but you could also do something to help others. I'm noticing now that people don't really want to mix the two. It's kind of more about the content and more about things that are people find, interesting and so forth. And that's fine if that's what people want to do. If that's the direction of the sector. I'm not going to get in the way of it. I miss the way it used to be. I miss to where people could talk, pop their ish, talk noise, laugh, joke, but also provide help. And that help was organic, grassroots community help. It wasn't, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's always been organizations. Literally, Marcus from Atlanta Street Interviews would often do a lot of his interviews at Crossroad, in front of Crossroads. There's places like Salvation Army, there's Goodwill, there's all kinds of organizations in whatever cities that help people. So there were always organizations involved, but this was the community just reaching forward. Hey, sis, to do what they wanted to do. It was regular, everyday people just dropping off some food or dropping off some outfits or sharing a job opening or saying, "Hey, I'll look at your resume," or "This place, there's a good rehab facility here," or "Hey, I'm going to hit your Cash App." People got hotels paid for, people got groceries, people got information about how to put their children in subsidized childcare caps, people got vehicles, gas money, all kinds of things. And that's one of the reasons why I love what Miss Wanda and her husband are doing with Makeover Mondays. They're just regular people. They don't have a nonprofit organization. She has a hair salon, Come Get Your Praise on Hair, and she partners with Ashley, who is a makeup artist, but they don't have an organization. I mean, it's not like it's the charitable arm that they're doing is out of their own kindness, their heart. But it seems that that's not really the direction we're going. So I basically want to just kind of offer an opportunity for those of you who might not know about it. Miss Wanda and her husband are helping a couple. I'm probably going to miss their names up, but I think it's Desandria and Derek. And this couple they're 20 years old and they have an 8-month-old child. And their child, an 8-month-old infant, and they are currently homeless. They were featured on Atlanta Street Interviews B-side. Marcus kind of shared their story, and Miss Wanda actually blessed this sister with a makeover. And I want to apologize if my volume is really loud. I have on my AirPods, and I'm not feeling well actually. So after I finish this, I'm going to go lay down. But so apologies if again my volume is loud. But Miss Wanda did a makeover for the for I believe Desandria. She looked gorgeous. And they paid the balance. This couple has gotten themselves a motel room. They paid the balance that was owed on their room and were able to pay up a day. But the couple doesn't have much money, so they didn't have funds to continue to pay for their hotel, which is a little over $65 a day. And so my organization covered them for a week. Unfortunately, we can't cover for longer because we are tapped out. We are extended. We are a very small organization, and we're already committed to helping other families long term. And we just don't have it. But I just pulled this out to make it work. So this family has housing until May 12th. The morning of May 12th, or I think approximately 11 a.m., they're going to have to leave their hotel. Miss Wanda and her husband have offered a way for people to help. If people want to send a cash app to $ 1978 Rob 42. So that's $ 1978 ROB 42. Miss Wanda and her husband have bought clothing. They've bought some food. They will pay for to help the family. I also wanted to offer. Sometimes people don't want to send cash apps, or they want a donation. They want to be able to write off their donations on taxes. So my organization, when anyone sends money, if when we pay for hotels, we pay directly to the hey. We thank you to everyone who's coming in. We pay directly to the property. So we will pay and Miss Wanda can attest that the owner or the worker confirmed the payment. So when anyone donates to my organization, if they want to, it's $ advocacy, no borders. If you say it's for the family, any funds every single time will be used to help pay for them. Miss Wanda and her husband have a goal of hoping to pay for this family for about a month, let them get on their feet, get the services, get enrolled in the different services that they need, and hopefully get ahead. But they need help, and they don't really have help. So no one has to help at all. Like in the past, people would watch. Thank you, Miss Wanda. $ 1978 Rob 42. It is a way to, and Miss Wanda and her husband literally drove to the property and paid the funds. I am located in a different state. So when I paid over with a credit card on the website to pay the organization. I do not want to state the motel that the family is living in for their safety. But I just want to, if anyone feels in your heart, you do not have to, that you want to help this family. This is a young couple. Again, they're 20 years old. They have an 8-month-old child. They're wanting to work. They're willing to work. They do have their IDs. They have stated that they don't have any addictions. They just are struggling financially. There are some shelters in Decatur, but ideally it would be nice if they didn't have to go into a shelter. I don't think they're opposed to going to one, but I just wanted to offer that as an opportunity for anyone who wants to help in any way. If you can, the baby needs Infamil, they need diapers, they would love job leads, any encouragement that people could have. If anyone is in the area, that would be a blessing. It isn't something that you have to do, but I just want to mention that we in this sector, we've never just waited for vetted organizations or for people to come share information. There's nothing wrong with those approaches, but we've always stepped in and helped because that's who we have been as a community. So there is always room to do research, determine if an organization is legitimate, select that organization, ask them to share what they do, and give funds. There is always room for that. But there's also always been room for just the everyday person who has $5 or $10 or $20 and saying, here, let's get you off the street for the night. And so when people have a large amount of views and a large amount of viewers, if there's an opportunity to use their platforms for those purposes, in the past, we have done that. I think, again, the sector is moving away from that. I have a little channel. My channel is only a fourth of the size of Miss Wanda and her husband. But if anyone watches this and wants to help this family, you can do so. Again, if you don't want to cash app someone, there is a PayPal for the family as well. Or I think it's either a PayPal or a Venmo. I think it's a PayPal. Miss Wanda has this information on her channel, and I'm sharing it here again. $ 1978 Rob 42. If you want to give to an organization to help this family, you don't want to give to a personal cash app, again, I'm willing to do so. There is no obligation to do so, but my organization is Advocacy Without Borders. Our cash app is $ advocacy, no borders. I would post a receipt online publicly here on my page to show that the funds were used directly for this family. There is no benefit for me in doing this. There's no benefit for Miss Wanda and Rob. It's just something we wanted to do to help. I know the sector again is moving away from that. We now want to talk about what folks are doing, more, and not about offering these, ways to help. I kind of miss the way it used to be, but I see the tide is turning, and I'm going to, move accordingly and not try to force what isn't. So if I don't want to be a pest or be annoying, and so if people don't want, I guess the angle that I'm coming from is kind of a thing of the past. And so, thank you if you've listened to this. I appreciate your help, your interest, in and anything that you're doing. Again, anything to help this family. Again, on the 12th of May, they are out on the street with their baby. They have their room paid for till the 12th of May. My organization is small, can only do so much. Miss Wanda and her husband can only do so much. Together, $1 here, $5 here. If you have hundreds of people and people give $5, $10 here, it could easily cover another week or even a month for this family to get on their feet. But I will trust that God will be on their side and will intervene, and that they will get the help that they need in whatever capacity that they can get it in. Because I don't know really what else to do. So thank you. If you've listened to this, if you want to share it, you are welcome to do so. Thank you for everyone who has popped by. I think there were about 29 of you. Again, I have a very small channel, so that's a lot. But thank you, Miss Wanda, Tallulah, Marvel, Lank, Sunny, and Pooh. And if I missed anyone, I apologize for not seeing you. Thank you for being here. If you have it in your heart to help this family, that would be wonderful. If not, thank you for listening nonetheless. Have a great day. I'm going to end this.